Ugh, I made a big mistake, guys, that cost me half of my fish. So, if you remember from one of my previous videos, I recently got 8 green chromis, brought them home, put them in the safety stop bath, then put them in the quarantine tank. And, well, let me back up a little bit. So, before getting them, I actually seeded the filter media for the quarantine tank. I put it into the main display sump to seed it with bacteria so that I wouldn't go through a big cycle with the quarantine tank. It would hopefully be seeded with enough bacteria that it could that I could just have it up and running instantly. So once I got the fish into the quarantine tank, they seemed fine for the first few days. They were eating well, they were acting pretty normal, but then after about 3 days I went to check on them, and 3 of them were floating belly up. So I checked the water parameters, and it turns out the ammonia was like ridiculously high, like so bad. I've never seen it this high before on any of my tanks. And so I immediately panicked and took them out and put them into the display tank, the remaining 5 anyways. So out of the 5 I put in there, I did notice that one was not looking so well. He wasn't swimming too good. He was just looking really bad. The next day he was gone. He was floating, so pulled him out. That left me with 4 green chromis in the display tank, and of those 4, 3 of them were kind of grouping together. They're all huddling in the corner, and then there was the 4th one. He was kind of on his own. He was hiding in the rockwork for some reason. He seemed fine as far as his behavior other than hiding and not hanging out with the other guys. After about 2 days of that, he just disappeared completely. I don't know what happened to him. So it's my guess that he's gone by now, because I mean, this has been about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks that I've had them in the display tank, and I haven't seen him. It's just the remaining 3. But those 3 are looking really good. They've been eating well, they've been putting on some weight, they've even been behaving normally, so yeah, it's fortunate that those 3 made it, because that would have been pretty devastating to lose all 8 of them. It's pretty devastating to lose 5 out of those. So I guess this is just a lesson that you learn with experience. I don't know why, but it didn't even occur to me to test the water for ammonia or anything else before or after putting them in there. Actually, I did test the salinity and temperature, and that was good, so I thought it was okay to put them in, but for some reason it didn't even occur to me to test for ammonia or anything. And I should have tested it the next day, because of course putting 8 fish in a tank and feeding them is going to increase the ammonia. And so yeah, think about that if you're setting up a quarantine tank. Make sure you test for ammonia and pretty much everything. Just watch it. Don't want to poison them like I did. And I do plan on getting some more green chromis in a week or 2. I plan on taking some of the rock from my sump and putting it into the quarantine tank just to help seed it with bacteria, just to make sure it's got plenty of it this time. And I'll also closely monitor the water parameters when I get them. So anyways, I just wanted to share with you that little quarantine tank fail. And hopefully you guys will learn something from my mistakes. That's why I wanted to do this video. So if anybody's setting up a quarantine tank, which I think is important, just know you gotta watch the water parameters before and after adding fish and closely monitor that. So anyways, if you have any questions or comments, put those down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.